Welcome to AnSRS4U Express, Facilities and Administrative Cost. This short lesson will provide you with a better understanding of facilities and administrative cost. When the government provides a grant to a university for a research project, a portion, typically 67 to 75% of the funds, are distributed directly to the research team. This direct cost portion supports researcher salaries, graduate students, equipment, and supplies. Another portion, typically 25 to 33%, covers necessary research infrastructure and operating expenses that the university provides to support the research. These indirect costs, sometimes called overhead, facilities and administrative, F&A cost, or shared expenses, are payment the federal agencies provide to the institution above the direct cost of a specific research project, in order to offset a portion of the cost associated with the infrastructure necessary to do the research work. In other words, F&A reimbursements help support the infrastructure costs that institutions incur as a result of conducting the research. Examples of F&A cost are building and equipment depreciation, interest on bonds, administrative costs including IRB, animal care, and other compliance functions, security, waste disposal, the water, power, library, and computing networks and systems. F&A costs vary from institution to institution because construction, maintenance, utilities, and administration costs vary by institution and by region. Additionally, F&A rates depend upon other factors such as the age and condition of the facilities and buildings, and the amount of renovation or construction needed to house certain types of research projects. The facilities portion of the F&A costs are divided in the following categories of supporting activities: plant operation and maintenance, utilities, janitorial services, routine maintenance and repairs, depreciation or use allowance for buildings and equipment, excluding buildings and equipment paid for by the federal government, and library expenses, the books and library staff. The administrative part of the F&A costs for universities includes the following: general administrative and general expense, accounting, payroll, administrative offices, sponsored project administration, personnel and other costs of offices whose responsibility is the administration of sponsored projects. This also includes paying for staff to ensure compliance with regulations and other obligations. Departmental administrative expenses, administrative costs at the college and department levels, and student administration and services. The administration costs are capped at 26% by the federal government. Despite the increasing administrative costs required for compliance, the amount universities can receive from the government for these costs has been capped at a flat rate since 1991. An F&A rate is established on the basis of costs incurred by the university in a previous year and by negotiations between the university and the federal government. Basically, the rate is the F&A cost for a particular function. For example, research conducted on campus during the selected year divided by the direct cost, actually the modified direct cost, incurred in support of that function during the year. The F&A rate is applied on the same basis on which it is calculated, namely on what is called modified total direct cost, or MTDC, which consists of salary and wages, fringe benefits, material and supplies, services, travel, and subgrants and subcontracts up to the first $25,000 of each subgrant or subcontract. The F&A rate applied to sponsor agreements is an average rate. Individual projects may actually incur more or less expenses for facilities and/or administration. Certain cost items are excluded from MTDC. When calculating the F&A rate and when building your proposal budget, the items of equipment costing $5,000 or more, capital expenditures, charges for patient care, rental cost of off-site facilities, tuition remission, scholarships and fellowships, participant support cost, and the portion of each subgrant in excess of $25,000 are excluded from the MTDC. In other words, F&A or indirect costs are not charged on these items. The F&A calculation. It is a simple calculation. The facilities and administrative costs make up the numerator, and the modified total direct costs are the denominator. The resulting percentage is the calculated rate. Do you have additional questions about the negotiated F&A rate or how to apply the rate to your project cost? Contact your SRS proposal or project administrator. Not sure who is your SRS contact? Go to the My Contact SRS website page and type in your department and find the SRS contacts for your department. We hope that this short video on F&A costs has resulted in a better understanding of why F&A costs are an important and necessary part of a sponsored research project.